Yes, and welcome to another edition of Sweet Willie's Saltwater Adventures, bringing people closer together, one cast at a time. Yes, sir, if you think summer can't get any hotter, try strapping on dive gear in it. You're going to get an instant, what the kind of energy. But you already know Sweet Willie don't sit still. So we loaded up and pointed it down south, back down to Key Largo, Florida, for round 2 of the Hey, I'm in Amoray Dive Resort. The first trip was so good it ought to be illegal. So you already know we had to run it back and see if they still got that same magic. Or if we just got lucky the first time. Same blue water, same salty air, and a whole lot of what the hell did I get myself into once that gear hits your back. But hey, that's how memories get made, baby. So kick back, cool off, and ride along with us. We're diving in whether the heat likes it or not. So here we go! After a short little plane ride, myself, bittersweet, and my beautiful wife, the real sweet, Laura, you know, she's the original source of all the sweetness. Everything branches off of her. We headed on over to the fish house. Tucked away down in Key Largo, the fish house ain't just somewhere you go eat. It's where you end up after a long salty day when your hair's a mess, your skin's sunburnt, and you're hungry enough to bite a damn hook. You walk in and it hits you right away. That laid-back island feel, walls covered in names, drawings, and stories. Looks like everybody who's ever had a good time in the Keys left a piece of themselves behind. But give it a minute. You'll be wanting to grab a marker and do the same. Now let's talk about that smell. That's fresh seafood there, right there, brother, working overtime. You don't need a menu. You just point at something and trust the process. Whether it's grilled, blackened, or fried up, it's the kind of meal that have you leaning back going, oh yeah, I earned this. And after a long day of hauling luggage and sweating like you're in a sauna you didn't sign up for and questioning your life's choices, somewhere between the docks and the boats, this place hits just a little different. Cold drink in your hand, good food in front of you, and stories getting bigger with every bite. But hey, that's the fish house. It ain't fancy, it ain't trying too hard. It's just real good, honest food. And sometimes real taste a whole lot better. So the next morning, Bittersweet and I geared up, got on the boat with Amoray, and headed on over to Mike's Wreck. Out there off the coast of Key Largo sits a piece of history that just didn't sink. It found a second life, and they call it Mike's Wreck. And what used to be just another vessel on the water is now a full-blown underwater playground. Dropping down on it, you see it come into real view, slow through that blue like something out of a movie. First the outline, then the structure, and then before you know it, you're hovering over steel that's been claimed by the ocean. Coral's taking hold, fish are running the place now, and everything about it says, you're just visiting. Now, I ain't gonna lie. There's always that moment on a wreck dive where your brain goes, yeah, this is cool, but also, what in the world am I doing down here? But that's part of it. That little edge keeps it real, keeps you sharp. Swim through it, around it, over it, and you'll realize this just ain't another dive site. It's a story. Every beam, every shadow, every school of fish weaving through it, it all adds up. Something bigger than just a good dive. And after hauling all that gear, sweating buckets, and talking a big game on the boat, once you're down there, it all makes sense. Quiet, weightless. Just you, your dive buddy, and a sunken piece of the past doing what it does best. Living in a whole new way. And that's Mike's Wreck. A little gritty, a little humbling, and one of those dives you don't forget anytime soon. Sweet Willie Saltwater Adventures, baby. We're back in Key Largo, Florida on the Amoray Dive Resort boat. I'm out here with my boy Bittersweet, looking like a wild savage, man. We're ready to get after it again. We're headed out near the dry tortugas, and we're gonna go do some diving. It's gonna be a little rough seas because of that tropical storm that's in the Gulf, but that's pushing away from us. And sorry to say, folks, it's coming closer to you guys back home in Texas. So sorry for you. But we're gonna enjoy this dive today and get after it. After diving Mike's wreck, bittersweet, and I hit the undersea highway and did a little dive at that particular reef before going back into shore, grabbing a little lunch, and then we pushed out for the afternoon dive at the SS Benwood. Lying just off the coast of Key Largo, the SS Benwood is one of those dives where history meets the ocean in a real no-frills kind of way. She went down back in 1942 after a collision during wartime, and now she rests in relatively shallow water, making her one of the most accessible wrecks you'll ever drop down on. But don't let that easy dip fool you. The moment you descend and that outline starts coming into view, there's a certain respect that settles in. This ain't just a reef, it's a piece of history that's been reclaimed by the sea. These days, the Benwood is alive. Corals grown over her frame. Schools of fish move through her like they own the place. You might even catch a barracuda hanging still in the water like they're standing guard. It's calm, but it's got presence. And then there's that classic Sweet Willie moment, floating over twisted metal, taking it all in and thinking, man, this used to be somebody's ship. It'll humble you real quick. It's not the deepest dive, it's not the flashiest wreck, but it's one that sticks with you. Easy to dive, hard to forget. A reminder, even after everything goes down, something can still rise up out of it. And that's the SS Benwood. Simple, historic, and quietly one of the coolest dives you'll make in the Keys. I guarantee it. Now, after diving the SS Benwood, Bittersweet, me and the Amoray crew headed on down to the French Reef. Now let me tell you about French Reef. This right here is where the ocean stops playing around and starts showing off a little bit. You roll off the boat, you're already sweating like you've been working a damn double shift in the middle of August. The gear's weighing you down like you lost a bet, and you're thinking, damn, what in the world did I sign up for? But then you start the descent, and just like that, everything changes. French Reef lights up. I mean, it lights up. The coral stacked everywhere like an underwater city, fish moving like rush hour, and the sunlight's cutting through the water like the good Lord himself turned on a spotlight just for you. Now, the locals down there, yeah, they're watching you. Parrotfish over there chomping loud like they got something to prove. Snapper cruising by like they are on neighborhood watch. And every now and then something bigger slides through real smooth just to remind you you're not running nothing down there. And somewhere in the middle of it all, you forget about the heat, the sweat, the heavy tank on your back. All life's problems sitting back on dry land. It's just you, your bubbles, and a whole lot of, man, this is why I keep coming back. But don't get it twisted. French Reef's got a lot of attitude. Current might push you around a little bit. Visibility might play games. And if you ain't paying attention, it'll humble you real quick. That's part of the charm, though. It keeps you honest. So yeah, French Reef ain't just a dive spot. It's a full-on experience. A little wild, can get a little gritty, and it's just beautiful enough to make you forget you was complaining 5 minutes ago anyway. Well, that's just my take on the French Reef. After wrapping up our dive at the French Reef, we headed over to the legendary Christ of the Abyss for our next splash. Now, wouldn't you know it, right about then, our GoPro decided to start taking on water, and it quit on us. But like I always say, good people make great dives. Big time shout out to the crew at Amoray Dive Resort, and especially to you, Miss January, for stepping up and sharing some of this awesome footage with us. Your kindness and expertise made the whole experience that much better for Noah and I. And honestly, this video wouldn't have been possible without you, ma'am. We sure do appreciate it, and thank you again. Now, we love Amoray Dive Resort, but I gotta tell you, they don't have the best names for some of these reefs. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the North Dry Rocks. The North Dry Rocks is one of those easygoing reefs that fits just right in a diver's soul. Sitting shallow around 12 to 25 feet, it's a spread of lively coral popping up from here to there from the sand like little underwater towns, each one of them buzzing around with color and movement. Now, this ain't no deep dive, no high pressure dive or anything like that. This is where you kick back, you float, you take it easy, and you let the reef come to you. You've got angelfish flashing by, schools of grunts stacked up tight, and sponges glowing like they got their own little spotlight. Currents usually kind, visibly fine, and the whole place just feels welcoming. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll tell you straight up, North Dry Rocks ain't about showing off. It's about soaking it all in. Just you, your gear, and that peaceful blue world reminding you why we keep coming back to the salt. And this is a saltwater adventure. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all keep y'all's eyes locked on that camera because we've got some good footage of beautiful marine life tucked away in those coral reefs. I'm talking colorful, lively, and just flat out beautiful to behold. Trust me, this is one of those moments you don't want to miss. Our final day of diving, my boy Bittersweet and I wrapped up that final day out at the Grecian Rocks. We hit this reef like we meant business, and we did some exploring. Then we glided it on over to the Minnow Caves Reef, just grinning from ear to ear inside those dive masks. I'm talking clear water, fish everywhere, and the Jones boys were floating like we owned a little piece of the ocean. Noah's out there looking like a seasoned pro, and I'm just trying to keep up and not embarrass myself too much. Man, days like this right here, you don't rush them. You soak them in. Because sooner or later, you're back on dry land wishing you could just hit that reef one more time. Yes, indeed, Amoray Dive Resort is more than just a place to dive. It's a place where good people make you feel right at home and turn a great trip into something unforgettable. Bittersweet and I had an amazing time, and we're truly grateful for every dive, every lesson, and every moment out on that water. Big shout out to my man, Captain Kevin. You're the man! Captain Aaron, outstanding as always. And I can't forget Captain G, keeping us safe and adding a little groove to the ride that made it all better. Miss January, again, thank you for your guidance and expertise. It meant a lot to Bittersweet and I. Bittersweet, you know, as my son, Noah. And special thank you to Miss Ricky. Ma'am, we sure appreciate you getting Noah and I geared up and ready to roll without a hitch. Thanks to everyone, to the whole Amoray crew. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your hard work and hospitality. Sweet Willie and Bittersweet will definitely be back. No doubt about it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as this chapter comes to an end, I can't help but feel truly blessed. A week in Key Largo gave me something money can't buy. Quality time with my son, sharing incredible adventures beneath the waves, and the chance to slow down and spoil my lovely wife, the real sweet Laura. From the first splash to the last sunset, every laugh, every dive, and every memory will be something that I'll carry with me forever. The ocean gave us amazing sights, but the real treasure was spending time together with my family. So until the next adventure, keep chasing those sunsets, keep making memories, and never forget, appreciate the people who make the journey worthwhile. This is Sweet Willie signing off from Key Largo. I'm salty, I'm grateful, and I'm already looking forward to next year for the third annual Hey, I'm in Amoray Dive Resort in Key Largo. You betcha. So from Sweet Willie Saltwater Adventures, I'm out!